That's fucking
I
hilarious.
told Ray, the Ray really show.
That's fucking hella hilarious.
I had to give information of the. No, I don't want to say it out loud right now. I'll tell you when we get visual effects.
The visual.
We're gay.
I don't even know. Oh shit.
He told me he's in on the fantasy league. Well, you in on the fantasy league, Lo? You gonna get what? Yeah, you want?
Nah, I ain't doing fantasy here.
You tried to take it last or second to last?
I won my other one, but
everybody tells me that. I won.
I mean,
won.
shit, I got the money to prove it. I can show it to you.
You got gold, bro.
Oh, I'm already ready. I'm already ready to go sleep.
We already game planning it. That ain't gonna work, bro.
I was trying my best that way. I went and lay down for a second.
You took a nap before you did this live.
Bro, I've been busy all day.
Always busy.
Always busy. Pulling up in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Well, we start seeing the we start seeing the COD mob shit. You know, we'll start knowing what's up. Me and Gabe will take it over.
I already got my wins for the day, bro. I got my 2 wins. I got one earlier today, and we got one maybe about 2 hours ago. Actually ate good today. It was nice. Got a little snack. Went to watch Superman.
Look like you eat good. You look like you be eating good, bro.
Man, come on now. Come on now, Gravy. How you gonna do your boy like that? How you gonna do your boy?
Bro, you ain't no heavyweight. Big boy.
Nah. Sometimes we'll be out and about. Where's the snacks in the green at the green?
Oh, is that he wants to come in? He wants to come in?
Oh, what up, man?
Lunatic want to come in?
Man.
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
Ready?
I'm hella ready to talk ready for about. Man, I've been looking at a bunch of shows, bro.
Really?
Everybody shows that they're great. They're getting busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't not much to talk about, but I think like the true, you know, how you really feel is coming out at this time. You know, you done washed up all the lies you were gonna say about the team, and now you're getting into saying like, you know what? This dude isn't really panning out the way I thought he would. You know what I mean? Shit like that. I'm hearing a lot of shit now, bro. Gravy style shit. You been hearing it?
When people,
you been realizing it.
Listen, when people start agreeing with Gravy, bro, that's when I was like, I'm gonna start backing out. I'm gonna be like, man, I'm good. There can only be one Gravy, bro. There should only be one Gravy.
They're not agreeing with me, bro. They're just like in the mindset is clicking. Like these are starting to come off now, you know. So like you got the big light Raider sign coming out, and these are coming out now, and you're starting to look at the squad and you're saying, well, well, you know, I said we was gonna win this 12 games and 11 games and shit. Well, wait, I'm gonna hold back a little bit. I'm gonna hold down.
Okay.
I've been hearing that. The good, respectful channel that I'm hearing, and you know, the good, respectful dudes that I hear.
The respectful.
That know the game. That know the game, and know how it's not who you got, it's what you do in the NFL, or what your name is what you do and what you've been doing. If you really look at the Raiders, bro, and you know I love the Raiders. I'm excited about the season. I'm wishing and hoping that, like everybody else, that everything pans out. No injuries during this time or anything like that. Excited the veterans are getting there, but we have to realize, hey, we got a lot of holes to fill, and I'm starting to hearing people recognize that now. All of a sudden, now.
When people start agreeing with Gravy, bro, that's where
did I agree?
That's when it starts getting like kind of hard for me to do this podcast, because you know it's There's too many gravies, bro. You can't have too many gravies. There's only one gravy, bro. There's only one. I mean that with all full disrespect. I mean respect.
We're whack. I just said we got, no, bro. Me and you had talked before. And when the season gets, we start communicating more, bro. But the thing is that, you were saying, is this a rebuild? And I was agreeing with you, but hey, man, if it was a rebuild, we would have got rid of Max. That's rebuilding. You know what I mean? It's not. You would have got rid of Max Crosby. You wouldn't have got Wilkins. You wouldn't have signed Max Crosby. You wouldn't have did all this shit. And that's a Foley doing it. Why would Max Crosby stick around if you were rebuilding? And we were under attention that the dude wants to win now. So where's all that at?
Well, I mean, there hasn't really been much talk as of late because everyone's been chilling. Like, you know what I mean? They're getting ready to get into this week. You know what I mean? Training camp. So there's not really there shouldn't be a lot of talk. People are getting ready, getting prepared mentally, however you want.
It's too late to wait and see, bro. It's too late to wait and see now. It's too late to wait and see. You got what you got.
But see, it's been too late.
You got what you it ain't like something miraculous is gonna happen between now and the first game we have. Ain't nothing gonna happen. What are we gonna do?
You never know.
Wait, let's just wait for the 90-man cut period. We want those motherfuckers on our team and get excited about it.
Yeah.
So we're talking those 30-something motherfuckers that get cut from a team can make the 53-man roster. We're gonna wait and see. We're gonna wait to that.
So
that 15th round draft pick is gonna be good for us.
There's no 15th round.
Exactly. Those are the guys that are gonna get cut. That dude that greets you at Walmart, that he's playing right now for the number 92. Number 92, he's a fucking wide receiver at fucking camp for the Raiders. That's who you want to start.
Why not? Yeah, I was really, really disappointed that Gus Bradley got fucking cut. I thought he was really gonna.
Oh, son, what?
Carter Bradley. Why? Carter Bradley. It was Carter Bradley.
Why?
Because, man, I really thought he was gonna really turn it around this season. You know what I mean? I was waiting for preseason, bro, so we can be.
He got beat out by Division II fucking quarterback, bro. 7th round pick. That's how bad. That's how much Carter Bradley was good, bro. He got cut.
They were just going in a different direction. I think his talent was way better.
Rookie mini camp. He got beat out in rookie mini camp by rookie. That's bad, bro. That's bad.
I'm just saying, bro. Carter Bradley could have changed his career around. He could have, been in the league for about another 5-6 years. And
dude, he knew. He probably will.
When we get Archie Manning, you know what I mean? Because when we get Archie Manning in the next 8 years, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, we get Archie Manning, that means we're gonna suck. So you're really saying we're gonna suck this day, right?
Not this year, next year.
But the next he gonna be a top pick. So that's what you're saying. You already got no pride. You saying what Gravy does, right?
Nah, I'm just saying, bro. I think Geno Smith run is over. I don't think he's gonna really. I thought Carter Bradley was gonna move up the depth chart.
Yeah, bold statement, bro.
Thought he would. I'm saying because say Geno doesn't work out, and then say Aiden O'Connell gets a little, gets his pinky toe bruised, and he ain't gonna be able to play, and then Carter Bradley was gonna move up the line, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I'm a realist.
Oh man, I was looking at man the man. I was tripping today. I was doing a little bit of investigation of who's gonna be at camp, who we got in the depth chart already, shit like that. And I was looking at our receivers. And I've been pushing a name I've been pushing for a while is Keenan Allen, right? And Keenan Allen's still out there. Mm-hmm. And we need Keenan Allen, but I was doing some investigation and a depth chart right now, and OTAs have started. The veterans aren't there, okay? So Jacoby and Trey are not there yet, but they're gonna be there again in a couple of days or something like that. So in there, you got Best starting, right? Best is lined up to be our third receiver, one of our three receivers that are starting.
Mhm.
And this is just one tight end. We're not going to light up in 12 personnel or anything like that. It's just three receivers and one tight end, basic. Okay, so and we got Trey Tucker starting. We got Jacoby, and we got Best. Either playing slider outside. One of the, he's the rookie in there. Okay, then we got Thornton coming in. Thornton's the rookie that we're all excited about, shit like that, right? But we're not talking enough about Best. I'm focused on Best this year. Best was a better receiver in college, right? To me, he was. But Dante Thornton was not active in his offense. He only caught the ball 26 times. What's good about it is that he got 626 yards on it. That's big play potential. 21 yards of catch, shit like that. That's a top-notch ball play. If you only catch the ball 26 times, you're not really focused in the offense. You know what I mean, Lo? You're not really.
Yeah, you're not a
in a season. Piece. You're not a primary guy, but you're explosive.
Can we get to the chat and then we can just keep on continuing this conversation because we haven't.
Nah. You gotta wait. Go ahead, bro. I was all in on my homework, bro. I was all in on my homework.
I know, man. You coming out the guns blazing, bro. Like I gotta get to the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Jack Gabe's gonna come in here and cut me off, and see.
I won't say much this podcast. I'll just listen. I won't say nothing.
Let's just kick back and relax. It's been a while.
Sit here and look pretty, huh? Anyways, welcome to Raider Nation Live. I'm your host, Lo. We got Coach Gravy. Raider Gabe is going to be here very, very shortly. He's going to be pulling up the next couple minutes, man. Hopefully, everybody's had a good week. I know it's rookie minicamp. Rookies training camp just started. So they just came in. We haven't really heard much about it. A little bit of news about Beck that Gravy was just talking about. Something about Wilkins, too, but Gravy has some shit going on. He has his notes, and we're going to get into it. So I'm not really going to say nothing. I'm just going to be fucking with the chat, man. We do appreciate you guys pulling up. This is the first time. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment on or off the when the show is done. Yeah, man. Hopefully everybody's good, but we're going to get into it real quick. All right. First person in the building, Dark. What's good, bro? Salute to you, man. Hopefully having a good one. Raider Gabe says he's pulling up at 5. Loon, what up? Where the snacks at in the green room? The Sack Town Mike, what up, bro? Salute to you, man. Showing love. Dark was laughing at what we're talking about. Marcus Banks, what's up? Hope you're having a good one. Mark showing some love. Where's Gabe? Gabe be pulling up right now. He says, I'm changing my name to Biscuit Raider so we can do a biscuits and gravy show. Fucking run it. Let's go.
You be motivating me, brother.
Fucking lunatics of food. Mm-hmm. It's a remodel, not a rebuild. There you go. Raider Show family, what's good, bro? Salute to you, man. Lunatic doing your live show this week. Miss you, brother. Jack Kenner, what up? Hopefully having a good one. Archie Manning is a baby boy. Yes, sir. Lou said he's be back tomorrow. Great. That's what's up. Raider Show family, what's up? With the $5? Hold on, let me get back to it real quick. What's up, fellas? What's good? Watching the interview earlier with Labe. Pretty cool dude with a hot chip on his shoulder. And without further ado, we got the homie, the other host of the show.
What's up, cracking game? Cracking game.
In the building. Shit.
Cracking.
Chilling. Getting through the chat real quick. Hey, shout out Raider Shiver family for the $5, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll keep that up right there, and we'll bring it up a little bit later. Alan Mickey K says, Chewy is doing well. My condolences to you, lunatic. Oh, shit, I don't even know what's going on. Damn, boys live at the same time. Captain Jack combined the show. Shit, I didn't even know Captain Jack was live. I did see him on the other day with he was on with Violator, a couple of other guys. Captain Jack's always been cool, man. The Sucio himself. So, ask a bum, what fan base do you guys think is the most similar to the Raider Nations? I say it's the Ravens. Okay, I'll keep that up for a little bit later. Chewy showing love. So is Dark. Everyone showing love. Ask a bum. Say the Ravens or the Steelers, as much as I hate to say. All right, there you go. Night Owl in the building, bro. What's good, man? Hopefully you're having a good one, man. I've seen you in a while.
Night Owl a minute. What's up, man?
Yes, sir. Fredo, what's up, bro? Salute to you, man. Hopefully you're having a good one. Shit, let's see who I was in the building. Raider Shield saying salute Gabe. Was good. Night Owl. Where's the edibles at, Gabe? We gotta meet up one of these days, OG. Shit, Chew, you already know what it is, bro.
Yeah, we do. What's
Real
up,
Talk
too?
Red Nation, what's good, fellas? Have a good show, my guys. Hey, man, 805, what's good with you, bros? Lucy, man, cool ass dude. So, anyways, Gravy was coming up with, he has his notes. You finished off with Thornton. Go ahead and
In
finish
my
it.
notes, I was just checking out the backup plan that we have for the receiver core that we have, bro. You know, we got the rookies and we got but do we know? But amongst them all, amongst Howard, Beckman, Colin Thompson, Kyle Phillips, and Cedric Jackson, we got 50. We got like 41 catches amongst all four of them dudes
In college?
that are neighbor. No, now,
Oh,
right now.
but we're not even playing.
Alex Beckman is number 2 behind Jacoby Myers as our number 2 behind Jacoby Myers, and he only has three catches in his career. You know, Colin Johnson, he's a big kid. He's 6'6". He's our number 3. You know, our luxury guy at number 3. He's 6'6". A big kid. He had 31 catches in 2 years. Kyle Phillips, he's a guy that Chip Kelly had or whatever. He got 31 receptions in his career. So we got problems at our backup receiver plan, and our threes that are back there for our depth. We say we got good depth at wide receiver. I hear a lot of guys talking about that. They're all unrestricted free agent rookies, so they ain't got no stats. So the only one that I'm really comfortable about is Thornton at our number 2. We ain't got no depth at wide receiver. That's why we got to get somebody out there. That was the whole point of this. Look at that. These are things that I got stat-wise. We got problems at wide receiver. When I'm hearing everything's all right, everything's cool, it's not. So I didn't want to do that just to piss people off. As I was just looking at who we got a best that doesn't produce what he has to do. We got Mr. Colin Johnson. Right. 31 catches in his career.
Well, I mean,
200 yards.
You remember we still got Bowers, so you know what I mean.
Bowers is tight end. Bowers is tight end. I hate people saying that.
Yeah, but I mean, he is one of the leaders of our receiving crew because regardless of whatever, tight ends do receive the ball, even though it's not a receiver. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about our receivers. Brock Bowers isn't going to be good unless he got somebody else working with them. Otherwise, the best corner in on their team is going to cover him, and he's going to be non-existent. And then what is going to happen when Brock Bowers is covered, and we got your 2 and 3 got to be good.
Yeah, I mean,
Jacoby Myers is going to produce. What Gabe got to say about that?
I don't know. I've never been too worried about this receiving core just because we're not going to be a receiving team. Like, I think it's going to be a team that's going to be, predicated on the run anyway. So it's like, and at this point, I just don't see any moves happening to where we're going to be like, damn, that's going to change our whole receiving core. I mean, I know there's some reports about Juwan Jennings, like, if he requests a trade, if he goes to a certain team, man. The Raiders are, I guess, high on that list for some reason. All I know is that
what's up?
I just don't see anybody go. I don't see us going out there and getting somebody that's just going to change the receiving core. I think right now it's just more worried about how these guys are going to develop. Like you say, we have to worry about these rookies. I know it's not ideal, but I think right now, the most important thing is just worrying how these guys are going to develop. The Thorntons, the Besh, because I think I don't see anybody coming in through that door right now and saving our receiving cores anyway. Like I like Jacoby as our number 2, as our number 2 option as a receiving option. I just hope Jack Besh and Dante Thornton is the real deal, like they say, man. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, Jack Besh is finally good to see him, signed. You know what I mean? He's on the team, and there's no more ifs or buts about that. I think you've seen a whole thing about a bunch of second-round picks signed this week. I think it was just more about them United and the second-round pick trying to make it better for second-round picks in the future and setting it up for themselves too, man. You know what I mean? Some more guaranteed money for themselves, and they played their cards right, and they're on the team. You know what I mean? I was never really worried about that, but going back to the receiving core shit, like I don't know, man. I'm just hoping, like hoping, yeah, because that's all we can really do right now. I mean, the Trey Tuckers of the world, I mean, and then especially the rookies. I think that's where we're gonna be kind of keeping our eyes open for. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be what we're gonna be. I think just waiting for them. I mean, they're going to be the ones that we're going to have to be, you know, dependent on.
I'm with you, Gabe. I'm with you, Gabe. Big time on the running game part of it. On your beginning statement, I'm with you on that. I know where our focus is going to be there. But the luxury of having that passing game with it is going to come through play action through the running game, and that's cool. But we've always bring up every year, man. Every year that I can remember, we're always saying depth. And I understand the new coaching and all that stuff. I could just see it coming already, beginning, bro. I could just see it. If there was maybe one or two dudes in there that I was confident in, like, you know, we got maybe just somebody like a Gabe Davis or something like that. Gabe, you know what I mean? That has production, that got more than a 31 catches in 2 years, 3 years. You know
but
what I mean?
I could also see them, you know, late in camp when you know there's certain, like, you know, late roster cuts and stuff like that, to where there's nobody really. I think I think, like, there's nobody really out there right now that they're gonna just jump out the window for. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. To where maybe somewhere late in camp, to where these late roster cuts, to where there are these guys that are, you know, these on the edge trying to make the teams. Some of them might be veterans, you know what I mean? Like like the guys that you're talking about, like the Gabe Davises that are, you know, moving around from team to team, where those guys might be available later on in training camp, to where when there's cuts and stuff like that, to make room for the new young guys and stuff like that on
Gabe
certain
Davis
teams.
is a free agent. Gabe Davis free
So what
agent.
I mean is, like, I mean, obviously Gabe Davis is probably not one of their guys. What I mean is guys like that, you know what I mean? To where maybe Spike taking them, you know, are able to roll the dice and get another guy on these 1-year deals or something like that later on in camp, to where I don't see, because there's still some money available. Like, there's still some things that they're holding cash there for, so where I could see them making a late roster cover like that. But I don't see them going out and seeing a guy that's going to be like, oh shit, now we got a legitimate number one or something like that, to where it's going to make our receiving core, you know, one of these good receiving cores in the league. I think our receiving core is going to be what it is. They might add like a veteran piece to it here and there, to where, because I think it's needed. Like you say, like the back end of the depth is just not good. But I do see them adding maybe something late, but I don't see them adding something like a number one or number two, maybe some good depth, but a three guy, a guy that's been a number two maybe in this league before, just maybe little, you know, old in the tooth or something like that. But I don't know, man. I don't see anything to where we're going to, you know, go out and make a big time splash at the receiving core.
That's why I was bringing this to light, Gabe, because I know it's not going to happen, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want more people to say, we're not cool there. You know what I mean? If something happens to what these rookies don't produce like we say they are, or we want them to, but look who's behind them. You know, I would rather have them getting, you know, blossomed in. I expect a lot from Bash right off the bat. But Thornton, he needs a lot of work. But he needs work. But if there was somebody in front of them that I could be confident in, that could receive the ball and make some yards, that's all I mean. If they weren't number ones and they were twos, I'd be cool with it. Because I'm not even into Trey Tucker.
I think you're also a little bit worried too, because we haven't had, like you said, like I've said this before, because we haven't had that much success in, like, obviously we had some success last year and a couple years, to where we get some guys in the building that are really good, you know, the JPJs of the world, you know, the Bowers of the world. But I think it's just because we haven't seen guys just jump out as rookies, you know what I mean, where we're not expecting, like, because like you say, you know, we can't expect much out of these rookies. We haven't seen much out of them. But like I said, I've said this plenty of times too, like where rookies aren't what they used to be anymore either. You know what I mean? Like in the early 2000s or the 90s and stuff like that, to where you for sure we're gonna get 1-2 years and to where you really seen their true potential. You got guys jumping out from day one. You know what I mean? Like, so hopefully these guys can be that. Hopefully these guys, you know what I mean, with the new added coaching staff and all of that shit, maybe these guys are able to get these guys to their potential quicker. That's what we're hoping on. I mean, that's what we're hoping on this coaching staff can do, right? So like, it's just, I think that's what they're waiting on too, because that's going to be important, because if they could do that, that's like the best case scenario for our team. Like when we're building from within, we're building from the draft, we're building like these guys they're hitting on these draft picks. Like that's where, because we go out and sign somebody in free agency like that, that's also taking a big chunk. Like we need to start building like these other teams are, where they're drafting their guys that are that other teams want, like like the ones that we're every year wanting in free agency, right? Like we need to be the team that's producing those type of guys. We need to be the team that everybody's wanting those type of guys from us, right? When it's contract time, like we need to start being one of those teams that are able to the Baltimore Ravens of the world. You know what I mean? Like those type of teams that are able to bring these guys up from the draft. Like that's the way these teams are really built, man. Like, because the winners are really built from the draft. You see the Eagles, you know what I mean? The Eagles, you see them draft good players every fucking year. You know what I mean? So it's like,
man, good players fall to their ass, but
we got to start doing that. Like, hopefully that's the best case. Like, that's what I'm hoping for the most. Like, I could hope for free agents. I could hope for going to go trade for somebody. But I think the best thing for us to happen for us this year is these guys grow up quickly and we start seeing that more often now. Like, you know what I mean? Like these draft picks that we get, because that's gonna make this team good year in, year out.
So one of the things that we're kind of like, I'm not saying that you guys haven't looked at it, but if you really, really think about all the money why we didn't get big names and whatever, we're not moving forward. We have $44 million in dead cap,
and also not just draft them, keep them. That's the thing. That's the other thing. The Khalil Max, the Josh Jacobs, the those type of guys, where not just draft them, we gotta also keep them. You know what I mean? So it's like that's like, because I see somebody put in there, we are drafting them. It's just that we're letting them go. Well, we're not keeping our own guys, like, and we just gotta start producing them more and more often.
Well, see, what I'm saying is like this. Look, I don't think the reason why we did a lot of big fucking signings is because what he's normally done, he's normally fucking made like players better within the system within the first year, going in like after game 6 or 7. These guys start developing into what they're supposed to be, right? Now the thing is, the only way that they're going to be able to develop is if they're actually on the field getting some playing time. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? You can't turn around like what you're saying, Gravy, as far as I know. It sucks that it's going to be this way this year, but that's pretty much just the way it is. He's going to have to build them. They're going to have to get their confidence, right? They're going to have to get out there. Listen, Gravy, you can say no. You said what you said. Let me say what I got to say. But the thing is, no, but we have $44 million that we couldn't turn around and go get a Keenan Allen. And Keenan Allen's a little bit on the older side. So if you said that we go get him, that's not really going to do anything. Now,
better than anybody we got.
Jacoby is the dude.
He ain't even close to fuck that, Lo. He ain't even close to Keenan Allen. You crazy saying that?
How long has Keenan Allen been in the fucking league? A long time.
Every year.
Not just that though. Like
just as much as Jacoby.
I would say when they're at their best right now, even still, maybe Keenan Allen is a little bit better. But the big question mark with Keenan Allen though is that can he stay on the field? Yeah. That's the thing with him nowadays lately. I mean, can he stay on the field as much?
I'm not taking Jacoby out of the question. I'm just saying, Look at what we got besides Jacoby. It's a Keenan Allen or a Gabe Davis.
Keenan
Another
Allen
dime.
might be a better pickup.
We don't got nobody else. Are you confident in that we got these dudes that I mentioned that got 53 total catches? How much? 4 guys.
I'm gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to be.
Okay, you go. Then it ain't successful, bro. It's just the way it goes,
bro. It hasn't.
That's just the way it goes. I'm not gonna sit here and hope and wish that 4 guys get.
I'm not hoping and wishing. I never said hope and wish. I'm not saying none of that shit. What I'm saying is this:
you're hoping that Thornton pans out his rookie year. You're hoping that Best pans out.
I'm hoping Best is the one that pans out.
Because Best has
I never said hope. I never said hope.
I hope. I'm not hoping.
He has to.
Best better fucking be successful his year.
That's what I'm saying. Like he needs to. Like I'm not saying jump out like
4th round pick.
Be the best rookie of the the class, or be even fucking Malik Neighbors, or be one of those guys from years past or whatever. I'm just saying Besh was picked in the 2nd round. He's not a guy that we're not asking much to go out there and produce, right? Like I know he's a rookie, but he needs to go out there and show that he's at least worth the 2nd round pick. You know what I mean? So it's like that's a big thing. You know what I mean? So and I mean shit, 1,000 yards in this league, especially when you have a quarterback group like we did last year, and then when you have another 1,000-round rookie phenom, you know what I mean, and Brock Bowers, like Jacoby's. I don't know, man. I think Jacoby's slept on a lot. You know what I mean? I think Jacoby's really good, man. Like he's really good. I understand your depth of the depth point. Like that's really important. But I also think we're gonna be active when those cuts stay. Like we're gonna end up getting one of these like veteran guys, like the Gabe Davis type ones. We're gonna end up getting one of those type of guys. Those guys are going to be cut late in camp. I just don't think that I see one of those guys out there right now. Because Gabe Davis also too, like another thing with him is availability too. Like he's not available, and he's been jumping from team to team in the last year. I think he went 2 teams, didn't really even get no playing time. You know what I mean? So it's like there has to be something wrong there with Gabe Davis too, I think, and him being available as a free agent right now. I think that's there's something there. Like I think that there's just maybe a fall off there right there with Gabe Davis. That's what I'm saying. I'm not necessarily just. I know you're saying Gabe Davis and you're putting that name out there. I'm just saying a veteran type, a guy that will help on our corpse. Like you know what I mean? That will help on our wide receiver.
I've been more satisfied with that. That Gabe Davis can come in and that he could go. He can, Gabe Davis. He has his little 200-yard game, but get something like that, 3 touchdown game. But then he gets like 5 catches a game and shit. Like you ain't dependent on no rookie or Trey Taylor just to run slants.
Trey Tucker needs to step up this year too, man. It's in 30 years.
I'm done with Trey Tucker. I'm done with him. What up, Thor?
Yeah.
I'm done with Trey Tucker. I was just mentioning that it wouldn't. I know Jacoby's don't. I'm not saying that he's not. I just said get the dude some help. You got that much.
I agree with that.
I'm sitting here saying no. Trey Tucker. How many times has Trey Tucker let you down, bro?
No, I agree. I agree with that.
He was expected to do. I'm just done with. All right, giving a dude another chance at his 3rd year. All right, come back 3 years. We're the only team in the NFL that the 3rd year he's gonna ball out, and then we get disappointed.
No, I totally agree with that.
The motherfucker get rid of him.
British Shield Fam says hope. I said I hope the running game is such a threat that the defense has to make receivers running free. I hope. I don't do hope though. I'd rather bring back Amari Cooper than Keenan. We would get way more production.
Oh hell no.
I'm just gonna do some research real quick. Real quick. You want to talk about what? I just want to see what guys are available. Right?
Well, no, I mean, but like for me, like a lot of the big moves we couldn't do is because of calorie. We had a lot of money, right? But obviously we wrapped up Max. The Wilkins thing is pretty much kind of like just throwing money at,
That's a waste of money right now.
That's a big waste of money right now, right? You know what I'm saying? So for me, like that 44 mil, bro, that could have brought in a lot of talent, especially how they brought in guys on 1-year deals and stuff like that. You know what I mean? With like the Stokes.
That means something. Low. Don't you see? Like, don't you feel like the way I feel about these 1-year contracts that we gave everybody is like, all right, we're gonna check you out, and then we don't have to sign you back the next year. We're gonna go get somebody else. So it's just like,
or they gotta prove it.
Some of the names available right now are like Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, Gabe Davis, Nelson Aguilar, Tyler Boyd, Odell Beckham, DJ Shark, and those Justin Ross, Darius Tony. Maybe those are the guys. Huh?
I thought Chark signed with somebody.
Oh, these are the guys that are saying are available right now. No, so these guys are.
That's what I'm saying. He's supposed to be a Raider 5 times already. Everybody, Raider fans, I'm surprised they're not saying that.
But I'm saying if those guys haven't been like looked at or like that right there, like I see them getting one of those guys not getting a look until these camps, like you maybe get a camp casualty or you somebody not working out in camp or something like that, to where then you go out and maybe explore like this. But I think that they're going to right now. I think it's more focused on. I think that the coaching staff is more focused on what the guys that they have in there right now and seeing what, like, since it's a new coaching staff too, I think they want to see what they have out there, what they still need to go out and maybe make some, make some camp moves, you know what I mean? To where they need to reach out and maybe go get a depth piece. I think right now the coaching staff is because this is where it ramps up. You know what I mean? This is training camp. This is where, mandatory training camp where these guys have to show up. Most of the guys are there, veterans are showing up this week, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think now is where they get a real evaluation of what they have on the field, what they're going to be able to work with. And I think now they get to go see what they got to go, you know what I mean? And tweak a little bit, you know what I mean? So I think they made a couple moves here and there to where they feel, somewhat confident, but they still got to see what they have while getting on the field. You know what I mean? Getting on the field and seeing what they have on the field and seeing what they got to improve on. And I think that's where you might see a couple more moves, and that's why you might see a couple of like why they've been holding back on a little bit of money. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that's why they got to see what they got to work with first. So I think this is where we see finally things maybe start moving a little bit ahead, like to where they start making little tweaks to the roster.
Little moves, yeah. I agree with that.
Guys fall off. We're gonna see guys fall off. In preseason games, they're gonna give them that. So,
yeah, I mean, but still, even with that, Gabe, like even if we start doing that, we're looking at the guys that are getting cut, and then the guys that are getting cut that aren't going to be fucking panning out somewhere else, they're gonna have to come in, learn the system, get comfortable with Gino, and then start doing all that. Like I was saying,
but sometimes the guys that are cut though, like a lot of the guys that the Raiders are going to be looking at, and probably be specifically looking at guys that have already played in like either Graham's system or in a Pete Carroll system. Like I think that's what they're going to be looking for, like guys that are cut from like the wayside for like, because they're in a new system themselves, to where they're probably not in a good situation themselves, to where they probably already have to go through their coaching changes through their team, to where now their coaching philosophy is not aligning with their new coaching, right? Like their playing style is probably not aligning with the new coaching. So a lot of those guys get cut every year to where they fit in one system but not in the other ones. But there's moving parts every year, right? There's new coaches in there's how many new coaches this year, right? Like how many new coaches got a job this year? So like all of those systems change around to where guys get cut because they don't fit in these new systems anymore. But they like they say, like the saying is like some people's trash is other people's treasure, where like they might not fit in that system because they've been playing in another system their whole career. And those I think are the guys that we're going to be looking for. You know what I mean? To where like the guys that have already played in in Graham's or Pete's type of like Seattle type system before.
Kenny, what's up? Yeah, no,
we're gonna be cutting guys that probably don't fit in our system. You know what I mean? That fit in our new system too. To where we might be like surprised. We might even be like, damn, I thought he was gonna for sure make the team, but he might be cut just because he don't fit our system.
See, let's talk about. I was watching some of Gino's highlights, right? And I was looking at Njigba, right? Njigba, what I noticed, what he did as a rookie coming in. I know he wasn't drafted very, very high. I know he was kind of high second round, whatever, when not, from what I remember, or even third round at that. But what he did was he got used to the system, got comfortable with the quarterback, and he would make little moves. He wasn't the best fucking player coming out. He wasn't that. So when he was finding ways to get open in the zone, stuff like that, we need smart players that know the game. So if these guys get really, really locked in with the fucking play scheme and all that stuff, what's going to happen is on the zone, they're going to be able to get behind the linebackers or get on the other side or shoot to the flats or get behind the coverage or in front of the coverage. So they're all going to have to learn moving forward. You know what I mean? Beck really had no drops in college. You know what I mean? Fucking Jacoby had no drops at all last year, and we had shit quarterback play. So you see what I mean? So it's like, if these guys can turn around and follow the footsteps where Thornton can follow the footsteps of Jacoby, just playing his work ethic and doing stuff like that, these guys can get better. And it's going to take time to develop. And I know Gravy doesn't want that. I know the whole Raider Nation doesn't want that. But this is something that we got to deal with. Now, even if we do get, say, Gabe Davis, say we fucking get him, right? And he works out, he's still going to have to get to the point of where he's going to be comfortable with this fucking system. And it's going to be a rough season. It's going to be a rough season. But I mean, I'm still have faith. I was telling my team to win no matter what. You see what I mean? So it's like, even if we get these other guys coming in a little bit later by preseason time, they're still going to have to get comfortable. They're still going to have to do that. And say if we get Amari Cooper, say we get any one of the Gravy saying, I'll say Amari Cooper, for example. I'll take Amari Cooper. You say Keenan Allen. Gabe says Gabe Davis, right? We get one of those guys. They come in, they're still going to have to get comfortable. They're still going to have to, I'm not saying that they can't play or pick up a playbook or not smart, intelligent players, but on say a fucking busted play, fucking defensive ends coming in on blitz, Gino's having to move with the pocket or move outside of the pocket, these guys are going to have to know to play with them and shit like that and move with them. So it's all going to be determined play by play. I'm not saying that none of these guys aren't going to be great. I mean, or we have a top-notch number one guy, but I mean, it's going to have to be the game play on the field. All that shit's going to have to be produced on the field, no matter what, in my opinion.
I think, man, Jacoby Myers, to me, I just think he's also, his whole career, who has he played with at quarterback? You know what I mean? With the last couple of years, I know
Mac Jones. He had numbers.
With Jimmy G.
Fucking Gardner Minshew.
It's I think finally he's going to get a chance to actually prove to it he's the number one, with actually a quarterback. You know what I mean? I think he has something to prove this year too, where Gino's not even the best of the best quarterbacks out there, but he's better than what I think he's played with. And I think that could be a big thing too. You know what I mean? That could be a big reason of why he's never had the chance to really be that. I also don't think he's that flashy type of receiver too, where but the dude makes plays, man. I think this year we're gonna see, a better even Jacoby. You know what I mean? Because I think he finally has a quarterback now. Shit, Mac Jones had one good year. Other than that, he's played with shit quarterbacks his whole career.
So
there we go. Right there.
You're saying right here, I hear you. Oh, that's the old way of thinking, but put players in positions to succeed, not make them adjust to your system. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
You get picked. You don't get to choose. You can, when you're a veteran, you can choose where you want to go. But now the guys that we're depending on, they got to adjust. The playbook's in, fellas. This shit right here is just the fine tuning right now. The playbook is in. Right. The defensive scheme is in. They got to adjust some things and put people in places though. But they know who we know. There ain't no competitions right now on who's what. They might get physical stuff in preseason. That might be a competition or two. And I think the worst thing that Pete Carroll said was that word competition because it made content creators just blow up thinking that everybody is gonna do this and that, this and that. And I said, well, it made everybody get a chance instead of the real ballers who we know who are that their position is risky. You know what I'm saying? Like the Licky Tossi dude, the all these other guys that are defense, all the other guys that got tackles that are big boys in there, but they ain't no Christian Wilkins. You can say all what, but that all what is like fucking hella long, bro. Christian Wilkins is way. You can't even see my hand, right? You can see where these other motherfuckers at right here. All the same. They ain't like Christian Wilkins. And we ain't seen the dude, but it's 5 games that he played, bro. He balled out. He got more tackles than any of them fools did, and they didn't even play. So it don't make no sense, bro, to me. That we happy with that. I'm concerned with it. That's what I'm saying. If something happens, we better hope that these rookies and Jacoby Myers don't get hurt. We better not. We better pray to God. The only thing I hope and wish.
Why would you even say that?
It's gonna happen. That's a football, bro. You don't know what it is. You can say I hope this. I ain't into that. Things happen in football, but we better hope and wish. Or we gonna only do that. Don't hope and wish a player plays well. Hope and wish he don't get hurt. Because when these motherfuckers get hurt, we in bad trouble, bro. Bad trouble.
I think though, like the hope thing is predicated on the coaching staff, and like I think that's where you can see if like how history tells. You know what I mean? Like is it even smart to hope that we're going to be better? But I think in this point and in this case, I think it is smart to hope. You know what I mean? Because Pete has done it. You know what I mean? Pete has done it with Seattle. You know what I mean? Pete has done it, over his career, you know what I mean, to where, even when his team kind of falls off, he picked his team back up where they had the Legion of Boom at first, and then they got Gino after, and like they weren't that I think that great team that they were prior to when they had everybody, the Russell Wilsons and all that stuff, but they still were able to make a run at the playoffs, be a sleeper in that division where, the Rams and the 49ers were supposed to be the head favorites of that division. And they come out and, still make it to the playoffs in that division where Pete Carroll was getting shitted on, late in his career because supposedly he still didn't have it. But I think his coaching philosophy has never wavered. You know what I mean? I think his coaching philosophy has always been, right there to the point. And it's always going to get guys ready. I think that's been the constant thing with him. Like he's always got guys and made them better through the draft. He's always I think his teams have always gotten better. And like that's one thing that I can never I could give to him to where I feel better about my hope this year than other years, because last year we were last year we were hoping we were hoping that a rookie head coach was going to be able to do what we were hoping that he could do, right? Like that he did in his playing career and all of this shit. But I think Pete has showed that he can do it at this level, and he's done it before. He's been there, done that, and I think that's why hope is a little bit better. I think it's more attainable.
I feel better about my hope. I feel better about my hope. I'll put that on a fucking shirt, bro, right there, bro.
Because that's what you're basically doing every year when you're drafting. You're hoping that these guys pan out.
No, yeah.
I feel that way, Gabe. I feel better about my hope. That's what I'm not playing. I'm not joking. But I told you already, we're gonna win 2 games just with Pete alone, with the way he manages his team. We don't have to worry about time management. We don't have to worry about stupid ass decisions. When the field goal's due, you kick the field goal. When you got to go it on 4th down, we're gonna go it on 4th down. Not stupid shit. And you win games just by making decisions like that. I think we're gonna win 2 more games, whatever we get, because of him and the way he is. I know he knows how to change the team around. And Chip Kelly is a mastermind at putting these guys in with exactly what Gabe said. Or what somebody in the chat said. That great. Captain Bombman, salute to the 40 in the chat. But anyway, Chip Kelly is known to putting those men in perfect situations. And then he's not just, oh, he's a badass athlete. I'm gonna do this to him. His way he designs his things, no matter what type of player you are, he designs it to where it'll make you be good. And that has to happen. You know, I feel better about my hope that Chip Kelly will put people in those positions. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I feel better about my hope that Trey Tucker will catch balls, not just he'll be a more possession type guy. And could break tackles and not bobble the ball every time, or replay every time he catches the ball. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, everywhere that Chip Kelly has went, especially in college. If you look at him in college, bro, like, you know, I know it's a different game, but they run pro-style offenses, right? And even with fucking Ohio State, man, Ohio State they were doing okay, but then when he came in, they started to get a little bit more momentum, but they were basically running the ball. If anything, what we really need is another fucking running back.
Bro,
to be honest with you,
football, bro. I think this is what I think, Lo. I think that Chip Kelly, because a running game sucked so bad and really need we needed to get a number one receiver. We were iffy about that. We talked about that because we were saying he couldn't get his Njigba when he wanted to, right? Because Njigba was the best receiver on Ohio State. He was the best receiver in football and college football. Well, not to me. He
was like top 5.
He was the top 3 receiver in college. Okay, that kid from Arizona was the best.
And
but
we still got Sincere McCormick, though, right?
We got Sincere McCormick, but
yeah,
I think because Njigba, he had Njigba, and we could have got Njigba, you know, around, but we had to get, you know, Besh. If Njigba was gone already, and then we ended up with Besh. So Njigba, he was a wide receiver for Ohio State, bro. He balled out.
No,
I thought you were talking about the one.
Njigba's already with Seattle. You're talking about.
Yeah, he's with Seattle.
With the E. He's with the E.
Big the guy, the wide receiver that was a rookie this year for Ohio State, he had an E name too. You got me on that.
Njigba starts with an N, but I got you.
My bad.
Or something like that.
Yeah, he wanted that. I bet you he wanted to get him as a number one receiver because he was top 3 in the league last year as a rookie.
I know what you're talking about.
At college. So they got Besh because that dude. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to fuck his name up. But the rookie, we got Besh, and I bet you if he was there, bro, we would have had that Ohio State boy. And then right there, I'm comfortable with Besh. I'm good with Besh. And that doesn't matter with that Ohio State guy. But you said that they had a running game, that great running game. But that dude right there was a mainstay on that offense. So he threw that dude everywhere. And blessing to have that guy. We got him. If Besh ends up like that, but he and runs the way he gets it when he gets the ball, shit. That's what I see in that dude. You know, I'm comfortable with Besh in there, bro, because he plays ball the way I like. You know, it's hard to tackle. He grabs the ball, steals the ball from you, takes it from you, and you ain't gonna get it back. But the other guy that we're depending on the outside is Tucker. Can't handle the ball well, not confident in his pass catching, and the other guy's a rookie. And he wasn't even the best receiver on his team.
I'll say this about Tucker. He has speed. He has good hands. Some of the bad catches that he had, the balls were thrown like all over the place. He had to make some fucking miraculous catches.
I'll give him
like 3 bad catches on him. Balls going out of his hands. You know what I mean? He's not pulling the ball in. You know what I mean?
Him is he drops the easy ones and makes the hard ones. Yeah, like it's like, what are you doing? Like, fuck, man. He'll die for a ball,
bro. Get the easy ball, take off, yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll dive for a ball, catch the diving one. He'll make that fucking one-handed grab where, like, he had it pinned to his back, whatever. Like,
get it on the replay. He'll get it back on the replay.
Yeah. He'll drop an easy one because he's getting, and like, it's stuff that is coachable too, because you see it on the screen. It's like the easy ones where he's taking his eye off of the ball before because he's thinking about running, right? Yeah. Like he's doing this before he's fucking, before he even he catches the ball, to where, like, that's where you hope that the influence comes in, the coaching influence comes in, to where, like, because I have seen him make some great catches, but it's like you have to stay concentrated because it's the NFL, dog, like, to where these are the best of the best for a reason, and you have to stay in the game at all times. You have to stay in that shit at all times. Like, you can't make little mistakes like that, because shit gets magnified. You know what I mean? Where because that could be the cost of the game. People, because you've heard us, you've heard multiple, even on the big target, the ESPNs and shit like that, to where they'll emphasize one play that happens during the game, to where like, oh, if they would have made that catch, that was an open touchdown or something like that, to where is the NFL, you can't make those things. You can't make those like, yeah, they're gonna applaud the ones that you might be on top 10 on Sports Center for a great catch, but the shit that's always going to get remembered is that type of stuff.
Yeah. Because I mean, at those points, we were so desperate for everything to fucking work. You know what I mean? And we didn't have any other fucking. Those were like most of the time they were like on third downs where we really, really needed it. You know what I mean? And we needed that first down. And most of the time we were fucking behind the sticks, like 30-12, shit like that. You know what I mean? So
shouldn't be in that situation, bro.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. Now, who was we had shit quarterbacks last year. We had Getsy doing the same fucking shit. Yeah. So now we got a different,
All I mean, bro, is that we should we shouldn't be saying this, bro. We shouldn't be saying, oh man, if we lose Trey Tucker to something, it's good. We can't say that right now, bro. Trey Tucker was if something happens to Trey Tucker, we're like, oh, it's cool. That's what I want to say, bro. We're cool. Or Trey Tucker's number 2. And if somebody else is playing for Trey Tucker and then Trey Tucker's the backup, I'm saying, oh, we're cool now with Trey Tucker. We ain't like that. Trey Tucker, if something happens to Trey Tucker, we're fucked, bro. With fucking Kyle Williams with fucking 23 yards receiving in 2 years.
Yeah. No, you're right. No, you're right with the depth. The depth is fucked up. The depth is fucked up because I think we got a good 4 guys, right? Say like even those guys, like not good. I'm just saying a good guys that will probably make a team, around the league a lot, like 4 guys, right? The Besh, Myers, right now it's looking like Thornton and maybe Tucker. But after that, like
what happens, bro?
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true.
Thornton does. Thornton goes fucking 70 yards every time, fucking every play. Go deep. He gonna need a break. Who we got in there?
We're still hoping that Tommy Mallet, right? We're still hoping
Cedric Jackson in 2 years. Cedric Jackson
that's
one target in 2 years.
But that's the one guy that we're hoping too, right? Another rookie too. We don't talk about that guy a lot. The Tommy Mallet guy, the quarterback turned receiver.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, that's just like Clint. That's just what I'm bitching about, bro.
That guy's supposed to be the athlete, right? I mean, he runs a 4.3.
That guy's supposed to be. That guy with what's his name? Newbie supposed to be CMC too. Where's he at now? Fucking can't even beat out fucking Zamir White.
He gives good interviews though.
He knows how to. That's what fucked him up in my bug. Him twerking on the fucking OTAs one time.
That was horrible.
And wearing all that peak shit when it wasn't even cancer day. He wear a peak on the.
I remember day one. Remember right after the draft, the receiver that everybody was talking about that was going to be the standout rookie, all this, the Edelman 2.0, was Tommy Mallet. That's the guy that they were talking about. But these rookie mini camps happen and all that shit, and now the rookie that people are talking about is Dante Thornton.
Yeah.
See, people keep forgetting about.
I know why, bro. I know why.
I heard this short with.
We ain't got nobody else over there. That's why.
Yeah. I heard this short about where Brady was sent back bullshit, and they asked him a question. They said, "What players impressed you the most?" Or something to that effect. He goes, "There's guys that come into the locker room that have all the fucking talent in the world, but don't put in the work. And there's these guys that are just a little bit slower, not as much talent." He goes, look at an Edelman type. He goes, these guys outworked everybody on the field. So if you look at these guys, I think one of the common factors that a lot of them have, except like a Dylan Labe and stuff like that, I think personally, a lot of these guys have that better work ethic. That's what I'm hoping, because if you look at them, except with the exception of Thornton, you know what I mean? Thornton, like you said, only had fucking so many catches, 600 yards, whatever, whatnot. You know what I mean? And most of his fucking shit where they were just singling him up and he can just burn people. So, you know what I mean? So if you see these guys and they have that they might not be the best, but if they put that better work ethic in, you're going to see that. Now superstars and stuff like that, they dig in a little bit deeper later on, you know what I mean? Because of the way they're built. But yet, if we have these guys working a little bit harder than all these, then we don't have no superstars on our field, right? There's no superstar number one. We do have a superstar tight end, okay. But yet at the same time, these guys are going to have the same, like I think, and I feel that these guys have a better work mentality than most of these guys coming in with all the time. And that's the kind of way we got to look at it. These guys have a common denominator. They want to be on the field. Not, hey, I want to be fucking flashy and this, and I want to be like partying up, doing all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's any guys like that. If you look at Eldon Roberts, right? He wants to be on the field. He wants to be that guy. He wants to put in the work. And those guys are the ones that are going to get you those championships. That's the way I
talk about linebackers, bro. I give him love for that, being all balled out and stuff like that. But when he goes out there and plays, it's different.
What if Travis Hunter can play both ways in some packages? Why not Derrick?
I see it all the time. You see it all the time. People that were balling out in college and they're unsuccessful in the NFL. You see it all the time. They men in college.
Yeah. But that's why
as soon as they get to the pros, it's different because you got 90 motherfuckers that are on the other side of the ball and on that sideline that are just like fucking you. The special ones shine bright, Lo.
Yeah.
The special ones shine bright. I understand the one or two or three that work hard and get in the camp. We got one, dude. We got Max Crosby. We had Spillane, bro, that worked hard and put my mind to changing. I was like, nah, man, we got to draft a badass fucking linebacker, a true He impressed me due to where I was digging him, bro. Gabe, I wasn't with Gabe when we got the dude, and then me and Gabe weren't ready to settle with this linebacking core until we got Pratt. And then now we got 5 motherfuckers that do the same thing. You know what I mean? The only one that does stuff different is Devin White. He's the one that does different. He's side-to-side guy. He's a side-to-side guy faster than all of them. So I expect Devin White to take over what Diablo did. To start over, Pratt and Orlando Roberts are the same thing. So which one is better? That's the competition, I mean. But they're one-year contract guys, so they ball out. What makes you think that they're going to ball out and get higher money than we give them? They're going to get a 2-3 year contract. That's what they want, Lo. They want that.
But they got to prove it. They got to prove it, though.
Yes, they do. But I would rather get a guy that's decorated and already balling, like me and Gabe wanted. Like me and Gabe said, "Oh, get this dude, get that Patrick Queen or whatever that was on there, or a guy like that, or that was out there. Why don't you pay him the money? He deserved it. He earned that fucking $20-something, $18 million. Spillane earned that shit to get it. We can't say that he did it. Spillane earned that money he got from New England. He earned that shit through us. So he used us as a stepping stone to be successful. I don't give a shit if he's successful. He don't have to be successful in New England. He was successful with us. So why change that shit? But he's gone now. So we gone now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gone now. So we got to depend on these guys. 1-year contract. So they ball out. Are we gonna get another Spillane? Are we gonna be cheap and say, oh no, we did good with these 1-year contract type guys. So let's do that again and again. We never have a rotation of badass dudes, and that's what we wanted, man. In the beginning, that's what we wanted to do. We had all this money. We were bragging about all this freaking money, and then we low budget shit, and then make people not happy. Now everybody's good balling, but I'm still the same way, man. I want us to get. You can't say the names that we're saying. Oh, we got all pro, man. They could become that. I understand that they could become that with hard work, but that rarely happens low in the NFL, bro. The dude that they shine, the good ones shine, bro. And we've been seeing that. And they always do. Jacoby Myers has always been a good football player.
Yeah.
Everywhere he went. So you expect him to do good. He's the light of our offense, dude.
Nah. I mean, he is a light as receivers, but
he's the light of our offense, bro. Him and Bowers is the light of our offense, bro. That second-year player. And I don't believe in second. There ain't no sophomore.
You muted great.
There ain't no sophomore slumps in tight end. There ain't no sophomore slumps in tight end.
Like that? Would he be better, like suited, like say, like if Jacoby was catching passes from fucking Joe Burrow or a fucking somebody like that, to where I think that's why I'm saying like
Jacoby Myers would be the same.
would he? Like what I'm saying is because I'm just saying because
and that's not bad, bro.
No, what I'm saying earlier is like he hasn't played with the quarterback that has even made him look like a number one or give him a chance to be like a number one, and he's still already reached 1,000 yards. You know what I mean? To where like that's kind of like a milestone for a receiver. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't know, man. I think with Gino's accuracy and the way like Jacoby runs routes, I think Jacoby's going to open some eyes up even more this year. You know what I mean?
Let's keep it going. You're talking about.
I don't have a problem with Jacoby, bro. I don't have that problem.
No, I feel you. No,
I know he's going to be good.
Depth. I feel you with the depth. No,
that's what I mean.
I'm totally on board with that. But I do think though too, like we're going to still make some moves later on in camp, so where that's going to be, and I think that's a big question mark. Later on in camp, to where I think that's going to be a big thing on their priority list, to where we're going to have to look into that, to where we're going to have to look into addressing our depth at wide receiver.
We would have got the second round. Our second round pick was a receiver, and I'm happy with that. That was a good move. Great move.
Okay, let me ask you something, Gravy. Let me ask you something, Gravy. So Spillane was, he came in undrafted and earned his stripes moving forward, right? And it was a big loss for us from what we're talking about, what we've seen, and he's built that, right? You know who else was undrafted that's built himself up to get into this position? Jacoby Myers. So
I understand it.
I'm just saying, but it's like these
Jacoby
guys.
Myers wasn't a backup, bro. If Jacoby Myers rolled up in New England and balling out, bro, with that offense, he fit into that offense and he fit in with our shitty ass quarterback. So the player Jacoby Myers is not like Jacoby Myers was bad in fucking college, bro. Even though he was undrafted.
Yeah.
I remember Jacoby Myers in college getting busy. He was a name, but he wasn't as good as everybody else in that draft.
Exactly. So he's built.
It wasn't a necessity.
So I mean, if you really look at it, bro, he deserves that number one spot.
I'm not saying that he's not our number one. It's our number 2 and 3 that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Our 4 or 5 type guy.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
He's not going to be. He's not going to be in a situation where Jacoby Myers is going to get double teamed. If that's the issue where Jacoby Myers needs to get double teamed, we got problems with our whole offense.
Yeah.
There's a problem with that because Jacoby Myers does elite what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Elite.
I don't want to see Alex Bachman making catches out there if Jacoby Myers goes down.
If Alex Bachman is making receptions for us and getting busy, okay, Alex Bachman is nice. You know what I mean? But right now, going into training camp, going into OTAs, where there might be some position battles there at 3, 2s and 3s and shit like that, 4s. That's where the position battles are at. So if you look at the depth chart right now, the updated depth chart, I brought it up today when I was doing my little homework right here. I just got more stressed out saying, what the fuck? Kyle Phillips, Cedric Jackson, fucking Alex Beckman.
Kyle Phillips looks like a guy that Chip likes. So maybe that guy might be able to work his way into some plays or something like that. But
I know we ain't gonna get rid of him.
Other guys, the Bachman, all the other guys, I don't know, man. I don't know about those guys.
So that it ain't like, hey, you see a dude playing for Minnesota and he's a good number 2. Okay, that might be good. You brought up Njigba. Njigba was badass in college, bro. Njigba was badass at Ohio State. He was a top receiver at Ohio State. So you expected him to be good in the pros, bro. He balled out. A lot of these receivers don't pan out. Neighbors balling out right now. Neighbors balling out. Top 5 receiver in fucking fantasy. You know what I mean? The dude at Arizona, the Harrison, he balling out over there. He got hurt. Your top pick. So, fuck. What's our problem? Why we got fucking Kyle Phillips and Cedric Jackson and fucking Calvin Johnson? Who the fuck? And they're 2s. They're number 2s, bro.
You can't forget about Keyshawn Smith.
He's a rookie. Or number threes.
We do need to. I feel you, baby. I feel you know what that is.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can't. Okay. We got our starters right there. We got two. We got almost Thornton and that's the competition. A rookie and a guy we expect to be good in 3 years all of a sudden. Oh yeah, he's gonna get better. He's gonna get better.
No, I feel you.
When the fuck are you gonna shine, bro? You're starting. When are you gonna shine?
Did you hear the other news though about like? Because I know that this is a big time topic with the Wilkins shit. You know what I mean?
Oh
yeah. On the club,
Right.
but there's also some reports out there that he's doing really well in his recovery though.
Yeah.
That he's actually doing really well in his recovery, and this time around or something like that, to where you might not like because they're still holding out hope, which I'm not holding out hope because we lost them all last year. It's been a fucking a major disappointment with him with his contract and all of that shit, to where like I'm not holding out hope, but that at least that report does hold off some like okay to where he could be ready to even to where it's game 1, but yeah, at least leave some hope out to where he might be ready at least by week 5.
Better be our defense. Better be up to some good juice by then, man.
You know who's gonna shine? My boy number 9. It's time to shine, number 9.
Yes,
I'm just shine number 9.
He ain't even got moved to defensive tackle yet. He's still a defensive end, bro. And I don't know why, but I think he needs to go to defensive tackle right now, because I'm not really impressed with. Maybe I'm just unimpressible, bro. I don't know, bro, but I just need, I don't need a big name there, man, but I just need a dude with some success and to doing things. I don't see none of that. And areas, and our DB area, and our receiver area. And I looked at that too. I studied that too. And I was like, I can't hear people saying, you know what, man, okay, we got Lalu there, and we got this and that, and whatever. I don't even have I just do, you know what I mean? Oh, he did all right with Christian Wilkins, was it there? All right.
Yeah.
Did he cause any double teams? What he's supposed to do? Christian Wilkins gets double teams on almost every play. We're
going to need Christian Wilkins back now. Like, in order for our defense to be, I think, at full potential to where it's at, to where it's like, we have holes in our defense, like to where, our depth is bad at some points too, to where like we're going to have to rely on physicality, on stopping the run and shit like that, to where it's going to play a big role if Christian Wilkins could get back on the field sooner rather than later. Hopefully, like there's some miracle or whatever. Like I don't even think it's miracle. I'm not even going to say that much, but hopefully he can get on the field by week 1. But at some point, sooner rather than later, like hopefully it is the short-term public, because that contract is looking really, really bad right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're like, we have to.
So is it confirmed? Because the only thing I seen was Hondo say something about he did have the second surgery. Is that confirmed?
I thought Gabe was right with that too. I think he got it, and then he's just going through the motions right now. And Gabe mentioned that a while back, and I kind of start believing it, that he's going through the recovery of it right now. He don't need to play preseason. He don't need to do all that shit. Just rest him up. Get him ready, man.
Yeah. Because he has what? 1 more year on his contract?
2, yeah. This is production money. This is with big paydays now, bro. That first year we get paid a lot, but he still did. We could have used them, bro. We were way behind.
Look at all eyes is jumping on board too. Look at don't trip. Tyree will become the DT, and we won't notice Wilkins gone.
Oh, I'm the shine number 9.
Oh, you feel better about your hope with that? You feel better about your hope with that, dude?
No.
Yes.
I better see you at a game. I better see you at the home opener with the number 9 jersey on, Gabe. You believe that?
Let's go. I'm gonna get the shirt made right now.
I will be at the home opener. I don't know about what I'm gonna get an upside down 9, and you'll notice that because the line will be straight backwards like that.
It won't be a 6.
I don't know
It'll be a
about,
9 with it backwards like
I don't
that.
know about have number 9 jersey yet, but like it's not gonna come in time. That's why I
You
don't
ain't
think it's
never
coming.
gonna have it. Ain't no
Hey,
one
SoCal
ever
said
gonna.
I'd rather see an empty keg of DT. Fuck.
Now we're gonna have
Butler was cool with.
Ardo, what up?
no, but also I think another thing we have
Just
to
say
like
can't say we're cool at
we
the
have
other
to
defensive
we
tackle
have
spot.
to.
I'm with Lowe saying, man, we might as well just go 3-4. Fuck it.
What about
Let them
Tonka?
linebackers.
Why not?
What about
Why
Tonka?
not?
Tonka.
That's another rookie, bro. That's another rookie over there. That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
With the backups
hey.
at. They're supposed to be backups. They be backup cool. But filling in,
Well, yeah.
next man
Well,
up.
we're gonna have
Next man up working football. Tell me when that happens.
who's that other, not Lucky Tassi, because I know that guy's coming in from rugby and all that shit. But the other,
Laffy Taffy.
no, the other guy, the other Oots that we have in the middle too. Like he's slated to be maybe the starter too. Like if Wilkins can't be, Wilkins can't get ready by week 1 or
Tiki something.
Yeah, like that guy's
Lalu and Pinky. We got some.
Yeah, Lalau or something like that. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the other guy.
Last year, he did.
And then we also got JJ Peggs. We also got another, defensive tackle, JJ. He's also another rookie, but JJ Peggs has to be out there too. Like, so, hopefully one of these rookies can stand out. You know what I mean? In year 1.
You feel better about your hope with that? You feel better about your hope with them 2 rookies?
I do like both of them. I do like both picks. I also think that JJ was a steal where we got him in the 6th round. I think he should have gone a lot sooner to where I like both picks though. Are like it's they're gonna have to play a big time role too, because like you said, it's they're not Wilkins. That's for sure. But you never know though. You never know their ceiling. Like they're obviously you're not expecting them to be a Wilkins either way in year 1, but I
don't know, Gabe, if it's me, bro, but I can't just adapt him being gone again, bro, and us suffering through that, because that's a big part of that. They built that defense. They built that defense around that, stopping the run game, and we were dead near last on stopping the run.
Having Kuntz back is also going to be big. Having Kuntz back, in the fold is also going to be big. And I know the Wilkins thing is shit. It's unfortunate and fucking disappointing to say the least. But having Kuntz back, and like because like they say he has shit to prove this year and all of that stuff. Where hopefully that's he finally gets to shine, man. Hopefully that's because last year was very unfortunate, man. Right before the season started. He's supposed to have his big year and shit like that, but this is I just hopefully for the best with him, with his legs and his injuries wise. Like he needs to stay on the field. That's the only thing with him, because he's shown that when they actually put him out there on the field, he can be really good. Coops can be really good. So if he can stay out there on the field, injury wise, because I don't think he'll have a problem with being in the doghouse anymore, because of we don't have dumb fuck anymore. So, but I think that him just staying healthy is the only thing that we need to worry about with him. Like Kuntz, I think Kuntz is gonna be a big weight off of Max's shoulders. It's gonna help him out a lot when a guy that's maybe not doesn't have like the but I don't know, man. Kuntz does have that. Kuntz can be great. Getting 8 sacks in 8 games in the NFL is not. It's not fucking nothing to sneeze at. You know what I mean? So, but like if he can do that consistently with Max on the other side of the field, we're gonna be that's gonna take a big pressure off of the secondary.
Oh yeah. And what you think about that secondary run?
That's a spot that I'm more worried about more than the receiver spot. Like, because I think the receiver spot, we will be able to get a veteran guy later on in the season, even if it's a guy like Amari Cooper or whatever, like even like a fucking, what do we say? Like he used to be a Raider, Nelson Aguilar, somebody like that, or somebody like that can even play a 4 or 5 type of receiver was still better than Alex Bachman or guys like that, to where you go out and get somebody like that that's still makes, you know, the depth a little bit more comparable. You know what I mean? To where I think we need help at. I mean, hopefully, you know, the Darian Porter Jr. is another rookie that, you know, to where we need to, like, that's saying that they're saying that he's getting a lot of, you know, attention in camp. You know what I mean? To where he looks like he looks like he could be something. You know what I mean? He's going to turn into something. But the thing is, that's another guy that we have to worry about in his rookie year. Like, and then we got guys that, you know, that we just signed, the Stokes, that we have to, you know, he had his first year with playing all 17 games last year. You know what I mean? First time he got actually like a starting spot the whole, you know what I mean, for a majority of the year, and that's because of injury. You know what I mean? So it's like due to injury, which he didn't play bad though. I'm not gonna say he played bad though, but he actually played really good in that, you know what I mean, being that starter while you know, Jair was, you know, hurt. But it's a lot of guys that are coming in, you know, that we have to worry about too, like, you know, Ja'Cory Bennett, you know what I mean? That's another guy we have to, and then our depth, the Darnay Holmes, the you know, those guys, to where, like, hopefully we can, you know, that's where I'm hoping, because that's where you see probably be the most impactful thing that's probably that's going to be left on Pete's legacy is going to be the Legion of Boom, right? So that's where you hope that he can have that same type of influence with some of these guys that we have. You know what I mean? The Darian Porters, you know what I mean? Because you know, you kind of resemble the Shermans and those guys. You know, he's getting these big type of corners, the Stokes guys, you know what I mean? Like, he's a taller cornerback too, you know, over 6 feet, like, to where you're hoping these guys can be physical and play it. But it's, to be honest, that's one of the positions I'm more mostly, I'll probably be the mostly worried about, the defensive backs, because this is a passing league, and just in our division, you know what I mean, they pass the hell out of the ball. I mean, I know that it's been 1 year. He was only a rookie last year, and I was talking shit about him that they didn't think he was going to be that good in the NFL. But the quarterback from Denver, what's his fucking name? The rookie for last year.
From Denver?
Yeah, the rookie. What's his name? Oregon quarterback, fucking started at fucking Auburn. What's his fucking name? I'm drawing a blank right now. I don't know. Bo Nix. Yeah, Bo Nix, and then you got, you know, then you got Sherbert, and you got Sherbert at Mahomes, just in our division. You know what I mean? So we're like, corners is the passing league, to where that's gonna be, that's the position to where it's real crucial to have a lot of depth at those pieces, and have at least one guy that can really ball out there. You know what I mean? That guy that you can actually point at and that's going to be the guy that's going to go up against the, you know what I mean, the number one guy every week. You know what I mean? We don't have that guy that's that guy. You know what I mean? Like, we're hoping that Stokes can be that guy, but he's never been that guy. So it's like,
and it gets hurt while doing it.
So that's why that's the one position where I'm mostly worried about.
So
that overtakes then the Wilkins, the recovery from Wilkins, to my eyes, is more drastic than we are in the cornerback room, because them dudes are gonna have to fucking play no matter who they are. If somebody in there doesn't do half what Wilkins can do, they have to do way more over probably than what they can do. Wilkins is an all-pro guy, decorated guy. There's a reason why we got $110 million invested in him. Who backing him up can do that? Maybe surprise me. You know, I hope. I'm gonna say that.
That's why
the Raider vision is I hope, but that's no Raiderism in there, man. You gotta say, hey, look, let's get two fucking badass defensive line. Let's get two fucking solid corners that know how to cover fucking man and that can press and that can play zone. That can play all that shit. That can play. We ain't got that. We got inconsistency all over the place, bro. You know what I mean? We think of JB is like, I seen a thing out there. The best way to put rookies out there, corners, is to let them develop on the run. That's not really a good, philosophy to do unless you have to do it. JB got pushed in there. DCAM got pushed in there because they didn't have nobody else as good as them. But now we in the same boat. Doesn't matter if it's your second year or not. They're still gonna get picked on. And we got to look at our division, bro. In our division, we ain't found a way to stop Kelsey. We ain't found a way. And then we got to work with Denver. They got Evan Ingram, bro. So obviously they know, well, the Raiders ain't gonna stop this fool. They never have. We've never stopped the tight end up the middle. And then they even got better at that. And they got running backs because the Raiders can't stop the run. And where's that dude that can stop the run for us, bro? He's in the ice bag. Where's our corners that can stop that shit?
I mean, we got physical corners. I think we got some. That's not. I don't think we don't have to worry about that. Like, I think Jacorian will go up and make a tackle. I think DCAM's physical. He'll go up and make a tackle. Stokes, like he's a bigger type of corner. We'll make a go up and make a tackle.
I already see Porter going in and starting, bro. I see Porter going in and starting.
Yeah,
I don't think they are Stokes. I got scared as fuck when I see Stokes in there starting, bro. And Lonnie Johnson, a career special teams guy.
I haven't even mentioned that. I think he'll play good. I think he'll play good on special teams. I think Lonnie Johnson will be a very good on special teams, but it's going to be, I think, at corner, like the depth of that, the end depth of that shit. Like some of the guys will probably step up and probably be better just because they'll be better coached and stuff like that. Like, like we talked about, maybe the receivers, the top three guys will probably be solid. I mean, but we still don't have that number one guy. You know what I mean? Like not even comparable to because on the receiver side, we're talking about like, we don't have a number one guy, but Jacoby Myers is damn close. We don't have a guy that's even damn close to a shutdown corner on the other side. You know what I mean? So it's like
to work together, bro. They got to work together.
Like, that's what I'm saying. And the depth is, Darnay Holmes. You know what I mean? Those type of guys. I mean, that's the depth back there. You know what I mean? Like Darian Porter. Hopefully, that guy could step up and be the guy because he does look like he can turn into something. But I mean, DCAM, like I see people already saying, like, I think I like DCAM. I think he's a guy in there that wasn't expected to do much last year, but he got in there, showed he was physical, got beat. He did get beat, but I think that's the way you learn in this NFL. You know what I mean? That's the only way you can learn in this NFL. You know what I mean? So it's like he needs to improve because he has the athletic ability. He's shown he has 4.3 speed out there. He's shown he's real physical. He can go up there and make a tackle. He can jam guys at the line and shit like that. It's just he gets beat. I think he has that I think he needs to be better coached. Be like that type of stuff to where hopefully that can be the biggest improvement in our defensive backs. Really. But our depth needs to be. I think that's another position, both of receiver and what I mean. Both receiver and defensive backs needs to be improved later on in this, in this camp and shit like that, to where, like when cuts start happening, I think those are two of the positions we need to really look at.
I feel the same way, bro. I was just gonna mention it too. Those two prime positions, the most prime positions we need is a receiver, and it needs to be. It's not the prime position, but it needs to be better. And especially you need to have good dudes on you, solid dudes. And I understand what you're saying with the DCAM and getting in there and getting better as it rolled on. If he didn't do that, he would have been gone. If he didn't improve a little bit, and you've seen that growth in him, you've seen that growth in JB, and they both picked on, bro, because Jack Jones was the number one, and Jack Jones to me was a better corner than JB. Jack Jones is a better corner than DCAM. Jack Jones is a better corner than Stokes. He might have some problems with Porter, but I see Porter this right now taking over that job as starting corner, and if we have another rookie, we have the youngest DB coach, the youngest DB room, you know, and the NFL, bro. You know, JB does what he does. JB's listed at number 2 right now as a 2. So what confidence do I have what JB's been developing and been doing better? You know, the shoulders still bothering him. We need you to get out there and tackle these running backs on the outside. But
I mean, if Darian Porter can be that guy and just happens to be the guy that just shows up year one and beats that shutdown corner, because I mean, I think he has the ability. Oh, he's fucking fast. He's a long corner. I think he needs to get maybe a little bit more. I think he needs to get a little bit more NFL physical, like NFL physical. You know what I mean? To where he needs to feel like the you know, the that strong, you know, the pretty much the strength of the, you know, these corners. I mean, these receivers in the league, you know, to finally get to where he needs to know where he needs to get to, like strength wise. But I think he has the gifts. I think just maybe getting in the weight room was going to be his biggest thing. But if he could come in and be that number 1, that changes the whole thing, because then you got guys moving down the line to where now JB is more of a guy to where I think he's more suited to, you know, he could probably go in and be, you know, the guy that's lining up on the slot. So I think that's where JB probably is suited for. You know what I mean? And then you got Stokes on your number 2 guy. You know what I mean? To where like that's more, you know, if he can be that guy and come in right away and do that, then yeah, that's obviously that changes everything. But that's a big ask for a rookie. You know what I mean?
Plus quarterbacks, dude, especially they love rookie cornerbacks, bro. They love going at them. So you know what I mean? If Porter's gonna be out there doing this fucking thing, dude, it's
physically he can hang, Lo. Physically he can hang with anybody. But if he you know, as a corner, bro, that people say, oh, 4'3", 6'3", can you cover, bro? That's your job, covering. And all I hear people talking about, he gonna go up and hit you. What about the dude does a long route, bro? What if he does a 15-yard out? What if he does a comeback? What if he does a hitch? What if he does a curl, slant curl, something like? What if he does anything like that? Can you cover this guy? Can you do that? You know, and we have problems with that, and we're comfortable saying, "Oh, he's developing." It's get a guy that could cover. That was our problem. And if we're developing guys, I understand that. But right now, if we want to win football games, we're going to go through all season and say, well, he's developing. He's getting burnt, but he'll be all right.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, look, even though the coach
saying that with JB and he's number 2 now, bro.
Right, but look, check it out like this. Think about it like this. Even, you know, Coach Carroll wants this team to fucking just blow up and do what it got to do, right? He's preparing them for that. But yet at the same time, realistically, he only has a certain amount of time. So he doesn't want to put players out there that are going to have to develop. That's why he's going to try to get them prepared. This whole coaching staff is going to try to get these guys out there ready to fucking rock. And that's the whole thing. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, but yeah, at the same time, there's everybody out there and everybody knows the game, especially with the veteran quarterbacks that they have, except for Knicks. You know what I mean? They're going to go at our rookie fucking corners. They're going to go at Stokes that has injuries. They're going to be fucking testing the shit out of him. So these players are going to have to prove their fucking worth and what they really, really want. If they really, really want to be in the NFL. And I think, like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say Stokes necessarily, but I'll say more along the lines of Porter and JB. If they really want those positions, they're going to have to fucking show and prove, man. And it's like, you know, because look, I'm looking at the cornerbacks right now. James Bradbury, Kendall Fuller, and Stephon Gilmore. Those are the top 3 fucking free agents. No.
I mean, that's a veteran. One of those guys right there.
That's bro. That's the only part that he did.
We're young. We're very young at corner.
Razul Douglas.
Stephon Gilmore would be a guy that I wouldn't mind just because of his veteran presence. Not even having him on the field. His veteran presence and like showing guys like being a type of coach on the field.
Like Jack Jones, bro. Even though he's an asshole, I wouldn't have got rid of Jack Jones. He's better than anybody we got.
I felt,
one of those guys, to be honest, any one of those guys I wouldn't mind. I mean, James Bradbury, I don't know about that guy just because that dude just showed like ever since he got paid, he just went downhill. You know what I mean? But I mean, Rasul Douglas, shit, we fucked up there the first time. Shit, I mean, like it's like
it was Shaquille Griffin. We fucked up getting Shaquille Griffin would have been. I would have been shutting up about this secondary, bro. If there was Darian Porter and Shaquille Griffin, I was cool. Shaquille Griffin can cover and he can tackle, you know, and he gets somewhat. All corners get injured, bro. When they got to tackle big running backs and big ass tight ends nowadays, they're gonna get nicked up. And expect your corners to get nicked up. It's like, okay, the corners that are out there. Okay, I agree with that. But if something happens to them, Gabe, look back and see what's gonna happen if this dude. If you're tired of this rookie getting burnt, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be losing this game all the time because a decent team is gonna see a weakness in your spot, and they're gonna keep going to it and going to it and going to it. And then if you got somebody that could do something different, like people bitching about Darnay Holmes. All right, Darnay Holmes and our nickelback, we shouldn't have got rid of Hobbs then because we had the best at that position and we didn't, and we let him go because of money. All of a sudden it's because Hobbs was getting paid too much. He deserved that money, man. Even though he was getting in and out. Hobbs is in and out, and that was way better than fucking Darnay Holmes. So don't bitch about Darnay Holmes.
6 years too late.
No, but I got to fucking eat.
So I would have just kept Jack Jones, bro. Even though he's
an asshole. I go eat.
All right. Let's close it out, man. We're gonna be going live pretty a little bit more here. So moving up.
Yeah, because shit, fucking preseason's what, 2 weeks away, week and a half away.
Yeah. So I think Thursday.
Going back to regular
Thursday. And then we'll get back.
We got about preseason games in what, 2 weeks?
Yep.
2.5 weeks. We got preseason games, and we can start getting roster moves.
Yeah.
We can start seeing.
What I wanted to do today was I want to go over the schedule, but we'll go over the schedule maybe on Thursday or some shit.
It take 5 minutes. Win loss, right?
No, we ain't gonna do win loss. I just want to talk about it. Like I want to spend a whole show on like everyone that we're gonna be facing because I've listened to other creators. You know what I mean? Other podcasts, not just Raider content, but like other people coming out saying this, saying that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different things, man. But we'll talk about it a little bit more this week. Yeah, my schedule is pretty much set now, so dude, like we'll be able to start getting some shit in. But I'm thinking Thursday, we'll be back on Thursday, and then after that, probably get a guest on Thursday, and then next Sunday we'll get another guest and shit, start talking about it. Yeah. Man, you guys, appreciate everything you guys have done. I know we haven't really been on, but we're about to ramp up. You know what I mean?
Hey, wait. I got one announcement real quick. No,
yes, sir.
People on Raider Nation Live Fantasy that were last year, I put a notation in our chat on Raider Nation Live. So people got at me and told me that they wanted in. Some people are not getting a hold of me or they want out. I'm just going to assume, but by next week, me and Omar are going to get together and get the draft date and try to work with people, say, hey, man, the weekend is cool for Raider Nation Live and mine, the Holler Squad. Holler Squad is pretty much full, but Raider Nation Live, I think Chris can't do it. Chito Linus is not in Holler Squad. So one left. There'll be one in Holler Squad, but that's a power league. So I want both of them. So I want both of them. So you guys got to beat me anyway. So it ain't gonna happen.
If you guys want to get a hold of Gravy, get with them on IG at Gravy Top Shop.
Let me know what's up. Let me know what's up. I'll put you in.
Yeah. Get with Gravy, and Gravy will set you up with either leagues and stuff like that. I am not going to be in either leagues this year. I'm chilling. I ain't doing nothing.
You're not going to be in your nephew's league?
I'm out.
You're going to be in your nephew's league?
No. I'm not doing no leagues, bro.
He told me he got a trophy waiting for me, bro. It was when I was in the hospital. I'll get with you to get to him, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
he
crazy.
Wanted the trophy I won, bro. Yeah, I won that league too.
Yeah, man. But you guys we're gonna get out of here, man. Like we always tell you guys, man. Be thankful for what you do got, what you don't got. Don't drink and drive. Man, last week we did not end the show the right way. That was my bad. It was a little rusty because we were gone for a little bit. But man, we appreciate all you guys. Hit that like button on the way out. We will be live Thursday and then on Sunday. I'll let you guys see the guests that are going to be there, man. So, matter of fact, my boy Mike from Raw Nation will be live. He'll be with us too. I got to get with him too very, very shortly. But yeah, man. You guys have a great week. We'll see you guys on Thursday. And how we always end the show, guys. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Raiders. All right, man. You guys be safe. Have a good week, man. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace.
I feel better.